I chose Jack Ma of Alibaba because his story is a true rag to riches story. The story inspires people to dream of success, dream big. Jack is the founder and executive chairman of Alibaba Group. It is the largest um, e-commerce company. As we move along, we look at Jack as a leader. We look at what he has done to build Alibaba. Um, Everybody knows about eBay and Amazon, but Alibaba, although the same type of company, is does revenue higher than both these companies combined. Um, so as we go through this, we'll show Jack his qualities, his characteristics of being a leader that is able to build a company from nothing into this large or the largest e-commerce company. Jack is honest. He inspires people. He sets an example with his work ethic, with his with the way he interacts with people. He empowers his employees. These are just a few things that that Jack is that he is in business and in life. He's built a multi-billion-dollar business, and he employs over 36,000 people. So let's take a look at Jack and his journey to where he is now, to where he is as a leader in the world. If we look at Jack's story, we want to start when he was born. Born in 1964 during the Chinese Cultural Revolution, during which his family was persecuted. They were part of the national communist party. So his family was persecuted as he was growing up. A few things that would characterize Jack Ma's background, and education and path to success. Jack had a lot of failure in his life. He had a lot of rejection, but he also had a fighting resolve. He worked hard, and he had the ability to see vision. So these are just a few things that Jack had, even without being a successful businessman. This is something that Jack just has. As he progressed in life, he became a tour guide, an unofficial tour guide as a kid, and he would go to the hotels and the resorts and stuff to speak with English-speaking people, to guide them through the town to wherever they want to see, to give them tours, whatever it is, and he would learn English as he did this. Even at a young age, he would see that he needed English in a country that was still secluded, still blocked in, and still maybe not a global country. He had a lot of rejection through his life. He was rejected from Harvard 10 times. He applied to Harvard. He was rejected each time. He was rejected as a manager at KFC. 24 people applied to KFC when it first came to China, and he was the only person that didn't get a job as a manager at KFC. So through his whole life, he had a lot of failure, he had a lot of rejection. He even had when he built his business plan and his the way he wanted to build Alibaba, he took his plan and what he had for capital to Silicon Valley in the U.S., and he was laughed at and sort of mocked in a way that they said it wasn't an efficient business plan and it was a failure. So even though he continued through these failures and everything, and he kept getting them, all these things helped Jack as a person and kind of built him into what he is today, I feel. He could have called it quits like a lot of people would have. He could have said, no, I don't want to do it, or I want to go a different way, or I want to rely on somebody else. Um, but when things got tough, Jack carried all these qualities with him, and this is what he used to get him through these tough times. And then when he finally did make it into his business, he brought these qualities with him, and he did have success. So we look a little bit more into what Jack's vision for Alibaba is, and how Jack has influenced and inspired and led people in this company into this great success that it has. With the qualities that Jack acquired through his life from a young age, he has become a great leader in today's world. A lot of people look up to him. He has skills that he was blessed with, and he's been able to build something that has an impact in the world. It's impactful. He now has the ability, in his current role, to pass along the advice to employees, whether it be employees or entrepreneurs or even just people on the internet that are like myself looking him up and found his story very intriguing. One thing he does do well is he has a unique ability to empower his employees, to get them to think big, to think past what he does. He doesn't look at employees and say, "Don't surpass me," or "Don't bring up ideas that I don't think we're going to use or are good ideas," or whatever it is. He encourages that. He empowers them to say, you have ideas, let's use those ideas. He encourages employees as well in that sense, and he encourages entrepreneurs. There's a large part of Alibaba it is a global ecosystem, and in that he has a lot of different structures, and he has a lot of different plans and a lot of different things to help the small business, the small medium business, and to build them up. He also has big plans for logistics, to bring in different services for each along the supply chain that he has, whether it be to trucking to buyers, from sellers to buyers, whatever it is. He has great plans in that, into building it up. He has a few different companies, as you see in the slide here, that run around the larger company of Alibaba. He uses largest pay service in China, actually in the world. It's very, very the same as PayPal, but he owns all of that. He has a large trucking company where he's putting in $16 billion into this logistics company, and helping out other companies that he's using for the services of other participants, other partners that he uses. So as we move along, we can see that as we just quickly looked at what Jack Ma is, and what he's constructed of, and what he's built, and what he's come to become, we see his unique style. As you were looking a little more into him deeply, he has a unique style of leadership. He doesn't take himself serious. He takes business serious, and he says, "Don't take yourself serious." So he has run his company that way, and you can see that his employees are happy. He puts customers first, employees second, and shareholders third. So you can see his values there as far as giving service and quality service to his customers, as well as taking care of his employees. I'm glad to see that across the globe we have people like Jack, Steve Jobs when he was alive, Bill Gates, all these people that are very wealthy, that are leading the industries with their wealth and influence, and they have also taken, instead of just being big companies making lots of money and kind of holding that in as the 1%, you can see them using it to better our future. for young people, for new business owners, for entrepreneurs, for countries altogether. China, he's the leading person in China now, and people are looking up to him, and he's bringing China into this new area, this new revolution, this whole thing. And like I say, I've only touched a little bit on what Jack is, what he is, what he's become, and his story from where he was. But if you want, you can check out Alibaba, the website yourself. You can buy something from it even, and you can look a little bit more into what Jack is, and you can check out his story. It's truly a cool story, and very inspiring for anybody in any business or any school or anything like this. So thanks again for listening. I appreciate it, and I hope I've been able to come across and show you a little bit of what Jack is. Thank you.